What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, it's your homie, FuturisticMike. Welcome back to another review. Now, I'm going to be doing a review on the Dahmer series on Netflix. Now, this is a hard one to review. It really is, because that man was a monster. I randomly watched it one day, man. I think it was like either a day or two after it came out, I started watching it. I seen people talking about it online, and I'm like, you know what? Let me check it out. Because I seen the old movie from like 5 years ago, My Friend Dahmer or whatever. And I already knew about, Jeffry Dahmer way before this series came out. I knew all the information from the case and everything like that. I knew what happened to him. I just wanted to check this series out because it had good reviews. People were saying good stuff about it. It was just hard to watch, man, because of the stuff that this man did, the stuff that he put the victims' families through. It was just very hard to watch. But Evan Peters, his portrayal of Jeffry Dahmer, he did an amazing job. I mean, Evan Peters is a great actor, man. He's one of the best of this generation. He always kills it in these type of roles too, man. There was a whole bunch of psycho roles that he played in American Horror Story too, man. My favorite was probably James March when he played him in the hotel season. I think he did really good in that role, but he proved himself once again, man. As Dahmer, he killed it. I don't think anyone else could have portrayed Dahmer as good as he did, honestly. But it was very disturbing, man. It was a disturbing watch. Some people were saying it was scary and stuff like that. It wasn't scary in my opinion. It was just disturbing. It wasn't scary because I already knew all the facts and the details and stuff. We just found out a little bit more, man. We dug more into his background. We really seen that he didn't fit in at school. He was an outcast, and he just felt like he was weird and something was wrong with him. He enjoyed cutting up roadkill a little bit too much, man. He used to do it with his dad, and then he did it when he got older. He was in school. He was dissecting a pig or whatever. He was just enjoying it too much. And even the teacher said, in my 22 years of teaching, I've never had anybody ask me if they can take one of these pigs home, because he wanted to take one of them home and practice at home. The man was just crazy. And his dad wasn't sure if it happened over time or if he was born like that. Dahmer himself thought he was born like that, but it pretty much showed what he did over all these years. I guess he committed like 17 murders in between 1978 and 1991 or whatever. He only committed one, and I guess he waited 9 years to commit another one. And the first one was actually an accident. I mean, it was an accident, but then again, it wasn't. He got mad because this dude was at his house, and dude wanted him to take him to this concert or whatever. Dahmer did not want him to leave, so the dude started calling him names and all kinds of stuff. He kind of got mad and hit him upside the head with a weight. In Dahmer's eyes, it was an accident. But I don't know, man. He didn't have to pick up that weight the way he did and hit him. Even if he didn't mean to kill him or whatever, he didn't have to hit him like that, man. He let his anger get the best of him. But yeah, after that murder or whatever, it just shows him in jail. He's talking to some cops. He's telling them what happened because he already admitted to everything, man. Pretty much in the first episode, he gets caught. I think the guy's name was Tracy or whatever that escaped from his apartment. He was really dancing his way up out of there, man. He turned into Genuine and everything, man. He was slow grinding his ass out of there. He had to do whatever he had to do to get his ass up out of Dahmer's apartment. Dahmer was really trying to kill him. He put something in his drink, and I don't know what that was floating around in the cup, but it was disgusting. Dude even asked, he was like, what is that in the cup? And Dahmer said it's probably some soap or something like that. And dude still drank it. Now, why the hell would you drink something like that? But yeah, Dahmer, was making him watch a movie with him and stuff. He told dude he was going to eat his heart. And it was just crazy. Dude escaped, and he told the cops. The cops came back to Dahmer's apartment, questioning him and stuff. They were trying to find the keys to the handcuffs because Tracy was handcuffed. And they go in the room, and they find all kinds of disturbing photos. The photos of his victims and all kinds of, nasty stuff. And so they arrest him. And then you see Dahmer's dad goes to the jail or whatever to talk to the detectives. And this is the disturbing part right here, the real disturbing part. Because they tell his dad that they found a human head in the fridge. they found 3 torsos or something in this barrel of acid. They found all kinds of human remains, just all kinds of nasty stuff. And I'm like, wow, man, this is disturbing. I did want to turn it off at this point, but I kept watching. Some people said they couldn't even finish this show. Some people told me, they cut it off after episode 2 or episode 3 or whatever. I managed to get through the whole thing, but it was hard. But after that first episode, when he gets caught, every episode after that is pretty much just them showing back. They go back some years, like 1978, 1985, and stuff like that. They just go back to all these different years and show what happened. And they show back to when he was in school. He didn't really have any friends. He graduated high school, but he didn't go to college. He just didn't know what to do with his life. He was always drinking. He got kicked out of the army. His dad just didn't know what to do with him. So after all these mess ups, they made him live with his grandma. And this is when he started killing again, man. I guess he killed 3 men at his grandma's house. And then, they just didn't know what to do with this man. So they made him get his own place. And that's when the killings really started. He would just go to these bars, pick up the men, take them back to his place and drug them. And then he would do stuff to him. And that's pretty much all I'm going to say, because I don't want to go into detail about it. I don't want to talk about it. If you know about, Dahmer and all the details and stuff, you know what happened. It was definitely disturbing, especially the Tony Hughes episode. I think it was episode 6 titled Silenced or whatever. That was the real messed up episode, man. Dahmer really did this to this deaf person, this poor deaf man. And that episode just really made me mad. It really did. And I felt so bad for Tony Hughes's family. I felt bad for all the victims' families. I felt bad for the 14-year-old boy's family too, man. I mean, Dahmer was just a sick bastard. I know this had to have been, traumatizing or re-traumatizing, I should say, for the, victims' families and stuff since they released this show. Ryan Murphy, I guess he just wanted to show how much of a monster Dahmer was. But it was just crazy, man. It even showed Christopher Scarver in jail when he beat Dahmer to death. It showed that part. It showed all kinds of stuff. And he definitely got what he deserved, man. He did all this sick shit to all these, poor young men and boys and stuff. So he got what he deserved. He was just sick, man. So sick. But Ryan Murphy did a good job, with this series. This is good-ass television right here, man. Shout out to Ryan Murphy and shout out to Evan Peters, man. They did their thing in this series. Niecy Nash, she did a great job in this series as well. She was the neighbor. She was the one always smelling stuff through the vents from Dahmer's apartment. She called the police so many times, man, trying to get Dahmer caught. She even called when he had the 14-year-old boy outside. When the 14-year-old boy just walked outside and stuff, she called. The cops let the boy back in the apartment. It was just a whole bunch of crazy stuff, man. The cops always let Dahmer get away with stuff. It's like they never did what they were supposed to do to actually catch this man. He got away with so much. I'm surprised he did this stuff as long as he did. But this show was just crazy, man. If you've seen it, comment your thoughts down below. Let me know what you thought of the series. If you haven't, then I guess, I don't know. It's up to you whether you want to watch it or not. It's disturbing, so it's definitely up to you. I don't know, man. That's all I can say. I'm just warning you guys. But I'll give this series an 8 out of 10. Keep supporting your boy, and I'll be continuing to bring y'all TV show reviews in the future. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and smash that notification bell so you can never miss a video. If you guys want to donate to the channel, I got links below to the PayPal and Cash App accounts. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me get out of here, y'all. It's your boy, Futuristic Mike, and I'll talk to you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.